There are unindicted co-conspirators listed in the third criminal indictment of the failed former President Donald Trump. We are now learning about who those unindicted co-conspirators, we are learning who they are. CNN was able to report on this yesterday. Rudy Giuliani is one of those unindicted co-conspirators. Let's listen, and then we will discuss what this means.
The identities of these 6 Trump co-conspirators. Sarah, what can you tell us?
That's right, Wolf. As you noted, there are 6 co-conspirators who are unnamed in this indictment. We are prepared to identify 5 of them at this point based on reporting from our CNN team. I think most notably the first unindicted co-conspirator, who again is unnamed in this indictment, we have identified as Rudy Giuliani. The indictment notes that this is someone who called the Arizona Speaker of the House, that was Rusty Bowers, somebody who made a presentation before Georgia state lawmakers, and the person that Donald Trump tapped to lead his post-election legal efforts. That is all Rudy Giuliani. Number 2 in this indictment is former Trump attorney John Eastman. This is a person who wrote this 2-page memo. This was the plan for Mike Pence to be able to essentially overturn the 2020 presidential election while presiding over the Electoral College certification. Number 3 on this list, another former Trump attorney, Sidney Powell. They point out that she filed a lawsuit against the governor of Georgia, which we knew. They also point out in this indictment that Donald Trump was espousing the theories of this co-conspirator, even though he had privately admitted that they sounded crazy. We know all of that to be Sidney Powell. Co-conspirator number 4 on this list is someone we've talked about a lot, former Justice Department official Jeffrey Clark. The indictment identifies him as a Justice Department official. It also points to an email that...
All right, so they list some other individuals, but critically here, Rudy Giuliani, John Eastman, Sidney Powell, unindicted co-conspirators. What does that actually mean? What does it mean? You conspired, but you haven't been indicted. When we talk about an unindicted co-conspirator, we're essentially saying, here is someone that prosecutors and investigators believe took part in a conspiracy to commit a crime, but they are not charged, at least in this particular indictment. It's conceivable that they will not be charged at all. Sometimes unindicted co-conspirators, if they have collaborated or cooperated, may actually have been granted immunity. Rudy Giuliani, for his part in this, has said he did not turn on Trump, but we just don't yet know what sort of deals were arranged and whether there is any immunity involved in any of these aspects of this. Sometimes you would name an unindicted co-conspirator to avoid the risk of revealing confidential information or compromising ongoing investigations. There's a lot of different reasons that unindicted co-conspirators are named. This is where we are right now. And it is again a reminder that this was not Trump watching TV and throwing ketchup at the wall and saying, hey, what about fake electors? Or what about this? Or what about that? This really was a concerted effort. There was a conspiracy here. And we're using the term conspiracy in its legal sense. We're not in the sense of a conspiracy theory. Or we're saying there were individuals here who conspired to try to do this. We know about Sidney Powell's role in it. We know about Eastman's role and the infamous memo where he had the idea of maybe we can push Pence to do this, that, or the other thing. And of course, we know about Rudy Giuliani's role in this as well. If and when this may lead to who knows what, we just don't know right now. But this has reached Giuliani. It has reached multiple lawyers. And of course, there are those who will say, David, but again, they're violating speech. They're violating attorney-client privilege or whatever the case may be. We have discussed this before. Many legal experts have weighed in. There is a crime fraud exception where if you involve your lawyer in a conspiracy to defraud or commit crimes, attorney-client privilege can go out the window. It is not in every case. It depends on circumstance. I'm not going to pretend to give you all of the details, but that there are random people on Facebook who think they've got novel legal insight by saying they're violating attorney-client privilege. Do you not think that the Department of Justice is aware of what the limits are of attorney-client privilege? And so for all of the sort of backseat legal analysts, maybe give that one a rest. Let's now look at the reaction of MAGA world, including Rudy Giuliani, to this third indictment. Plastic, it's everywhere we look, and not enough is being done about it. 100 billion plastic bags are used and thrown away every year. Here's something super simple you can do to reduce plastic and help the planet a little bit. Our sponsor, Hold On Bags, is the company making plastic-free trash bags and zip seal kitchen bags. They're just as strong and high quality as the plastic bags you're used to. Hold On bags are 100% plant-based and home compostable, meaning they break down in just weeks, not decades. Their zip seal kitchen bags come in sandwich or gallon size to fit all of your needs, whether it's carrots or crayons. At home, I put all of my food waste in a Hold On trash bag, throw it in the compost pile, and when I throw a Hold On trash bag in my dumpster, I love knowing it's not filling our landfills and oceans with plastic. Single-use plastics harm the planet at every stage: production, disposal, decomposition. Join the growing movement away from single-use plastic. These products are really great. It's so easy to make the switch. Go to holdonbags.com/Pacman and you'll get 20% off with code Pacman at checkout. The link is down below.